Welcome to the Mariana Trench. At nearly 11,000 meters down, its deepest zone is known as the Hadal Zone, named after Hades, the underworld. It is a realm where life, by all accounts of physics, should be impossible. But nature always finds a way. In this video, we are diving into the abyss to encounter the bizarre, terrifying, and resilient creatures that call this watery grave their home. Prepare yourself as we journey into the unknown.
To understand the sheer scale of the Mariana Trench, imagine taking Mount Everest, the tallest peak on Earth, and flipping it upside down into the chasm. Even then, its base would still be covered by more than 2 kilometers of water. If you were to drop a stone from the surface, it would take more than an hour to reach the bottom. More people have stood on the surface of the moon than have ever traveled to the bottom of this trench. And for good reason. At 11,000 meters down, the water pressure reaches 1,000 times that of the surface. It is the equivalent of having 50 jumbo jets stacked on top of your head. The temperature here hovers just a fraction above freezing, between 1 and 4 degrees Celsius. There is no sunlight, no seasons, and no warmth. It is a world suspended in a frozen, silent stasis. Yet, it is within this very nightmare that some of the planet's most fascinating biology has evolved. As we descend into the midnight zones, the first monsters appear. Meet the fangtooth fish. It possesses the largest teeth of any fish in the ocean relative to its body size. So long, in fact, that it can never close its mouth. Alongside it swims the anglerfish, using a glowing bioluminescent lure dangling from its head to trick prey into swimming directly into its jaws. In a world of total blackness, light is the ultimate trap. But if you go deeper, past 8,000 meters, the monsters change. They don't look terrifying, they look ghostly. This is the Mariana snailfish, the deepest living fish ever recorded. It looks like a translucent piece of tissue paper. Yet its fragile body easily survives pressures that would detonate a submarine. Its bones are made of flexible cartilage, and its cells are protected by special compounds, allowing it to thrive where other bones would shatter. Down here, standard biological rules break. This is the supergiant amphipod. While its shallow water cousins are as small as a grain of sand, under the Mariana Trench, they grow to the size of a human hand, a phenomenon known as deep-sea gigantism. Near them are xenophyophores, monstrous single-celled organisms the size of a dinner plate. They are giant, living amoebas that absorb toxic heavy metals, surviving on the very chemicals that would kill almost anything else. In a world with zero sunlight, there is no photosynthesis. No plants can grow. So how do these creatures survive? The answer lies in a grim but vital phenomenon known as marine snow. These are organic debris, dead plankton, and waste drifting down from the sunlit upper ocean. To the creatures of the Hadal Zone, this continuous shower of organic dust is the very bread of life, a slow-falling buffet from the world above. But the ultimate jackpot for the deep ocean is a event called a whale fall. When a massive whale dies near the surface, its body slowly sinks into the abyss, crashing onto the barren desert of the seafloor. This is not a tragedy down here. It is a miracle. A single whale carcass introduces a sudden massive influx of nutrients. It triggers a biological frenzy, creating a bustling, temporary ecosystem that will feed thousands of scavengers and specialized worms for decades. In the deepest trenches, one creature's death guarantees the survival of an entire world. But the Mariana Trench doesn't just hold bizarre life, it holds unsettling secrets.
When scientists lowered specialized hydrophones to the very bottom of the chasm, they expected to hear a tomb-like silence. Instead, they captured an eerie symphony. Strange metallic moans, low-frequency hums, and unexplained groans echoed through the dark. While some are identified as seismic activity or distant whales, many of these ocean anomalies remain a mystery, haunting the darkest corners of our maps. Yet, perhaps the most terrifying thing discovered at 11,000 meters down is not a creature of the abyss, but something made by us. In recent expeditions to the ultimate depths of the Hadal Zone, explorers didn't just find new species, they found plastic bags, candy wrappers, and chemical pollutants inside the stomachs of the creatures living there. In the most remote, inaccessible place on Earth, human destruction arrived before we did. The Mariana Trench and its mysterious Hadal Zone are more than just a deep scar on our planet. They are a profound reminder of how resilient, adaptable, and stubborn life can be. It is a world that has existed in the dark for millions of years, holding on to secrets that we are only beginning to unlock. Perhaps some corners of our world are meant to remain a mystery, a reminder that we are not the masters of this planet, but merely its guests. If you had the chance to journey to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, would you dare to go? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this dive into the deep, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you see Earth's greatest wonders.